Hi, my name is Mariah on Fire. Right now I'm going to tell you all a big long recap. Very, very, very funny stories that I have been involved in. Yeah, some of these are mine. Some of these belong to other people I know, like my brothers, my friends, my parents, Mama Tanya, stepfather Alexander, and my dad, Papa Akonda, who is the the lead chaplain at Daddy's Club Church in Fillmore, California. Yeah, that's some of it. Oh, and guess what else? Here, nothing. I guess nothing else. Here it goes. So, one of my favorite, funniest moments I ever did was the time me and my friend Jenny threw a brick through somebody's window. We got in so much yogurt, and thank God the deputy sheriff that brought me home was my stepbrother Rob's parole officer. Had it not been someone that knew who I was, I probably would have been sitting in the slammer right now. All over a prank. Yeah, it was pretty epic up until the point where Jenny accidentally ejected me out of the golf cart and I was like, deer in headlights. It was epic. Oh, and yeah, and then my older brother, and some of you may not have known about this story, my stepbrother Rob was on house arrest with an ankle monitor when that whole incident went down. And he goes, my older brother scared the crap out of him. He goes, "Hey, Rob Dog, isn't that your parole officer?" He goes, "What the? No, I didn't do anything. There better not be a warrant for me. I didn't break curfew or anything." And then they see me coming to the door in handcuffs. I'm like, and I got dropped off. Thank God they took the cuffs off of me. It was kind of crazy, but terribly overrated. Yes, terribly overrated, but it was epic. And then here's another epic story. My friends and I, we were at Forever 21 in the Ventura Mall, and it was so epic. Like, yeah, it was epic. Like, my older brother was in Hot Topic, and he totally left us unattended. So we were looking for him, and my friends ran, and I was talking to this girl that was all mad because her mom wouldn't buy her the skinny jeans she wanted because they were too expensive. So I helped her swap the price tags. And then my friends, they all come running out of the dressing room, and Johnny's like, "Mariah, come quick! We just found your older brother in the dressing room trying on women's clothes." And it turned out to be a guy that looked like my older brother. He looked like a punk rocker, but it wasn't him. I ran in there. I'm like, "Get out of there! I'm gonna tell Mama Tanya what you just did." And he goes, Who are you talking about? My mom's name isn't Tanya. I live with my Aunt Cecilia, who's actually my English teacher, who's actually my teach." I said, anyway, the mean teacher at school, and I said, "Oh, sorry, what's your name?" He goes, he goes, "My name is Ray Garrison." I'm like, "Hey, nice to meet you, I'm Mariah." An older brother's looking for us. He goes, "Guys, get out of there, give the punk some privacy." He goes, "Give the emo guy some privacy." And then we went and hid behind racks of clothing, racks of like shirts and dresses and stuff, because we didn't want Mrs. Mendez to see us like, "Oh shit, it's Mrs. Mendez." Oh, and here's another one. Yeah, it's a jack-off, people. It's pretty funny. Sorry, I have a little bit of an issue where I keep saying obnoxious shit and saying, "It's a jack-off, yeah, bitches." Anyways, it was really epic because I actually was messing around one day. I broke my stepfather Alexander's barbecue grill, and I tried to throw it in the pool so he never would know. And then he said, "Where's my grill?" I'm like, "Don't tell anyone I broke it," to my brothers. And then my stepbrother's like, "Dad, she broke your grill." He goes, "Alex, she broke the grill." He goes, "Robert, that's disrespectful, young man. Do not call me by my first name. Don't call me Alex." And then he goes, "Mariah, honey, did you break my grill?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, stepfather Alexander, I broke your grill." He's like, "You broke my grill!" It was pretty epic. And then there's that time that I told Grandma Catalina that we were all gonna my older stepbrother picked me and my friends up from school one day to go to the mall, and we saw the teacher walking out to her car. I'm like, it would be nice to do like, "Bye, Mrs. Mendez, have a good weekend." And Cecilia goes, "Oh, so what's her name?" My grandmother, Catalina. She goes, "Who is that lady?" I'm like, she said, "That's our teach." And she goes, she doesn't look like a woman. She looks like George Washington." Oh, and then it came that time that my best friend T picked me up on the T cycle at 2 o'clock. And we went flying down Goodenough Road on the T cycle, and I got ejected out of the sidecar. And the paramedics and the firemen and the sheriff and eyewitness news at 6 and 10 came in on the scene, and we had to go to the hospital and get checked out. And it was like epic and hella funny because my Aunt Sade and Uncle Charles had to come pick us up, and it wasn't very fun for them. Had to find out that we able with a golf cart with like a giant 3-wheeler with a sidecar. Oh, and then came that time that my older brothers, they decided to go to the mall. When they were at the mall with me and my friends, and they left us unattended again. And they took a picture of this like security guard named Joaquin Hanna when he wasn't looking. Yeah, it's just made up person. I don't know if that person exists. Okay, never mind. Yeah, they went to the security guard, right? They took his picture and put it on, got printed on his shirt. That's Dan where I do shirts, custom shirts. And then the guy goes, "You know that's me on your shirt." And then I'm like, and then my stepbrother was probably the bestie. Then my stepbrother, oh, you all want to say hi to my bestie? I'll do it later. Yeah, that's T-Con. He's my bestie. Oh, and guess what? Guess what else? Guess what else, people? Guess what else? What was I saying? Yeah, they took a picture. They got the picture. They printed on my older brother's T-shirt, and then the security guard goes, "You know what picture? That's a picture of me, right? Where'd you get that?" And go, they said some crazy name of a thrift store, like, what was it? They're like, "I got it at Plato's Closet." They're like, "We don't have a store in this mall called Plato Closet." And then another security guard comes in. They called the sheriff deputy, and Deputy Gene comes in, and he's like, "This is the same one as the high school, as our school security guard." He comes in, he'd be like, "You know you get sued for that, right? I need you to exit the mall, right? We need to exit the premises right now." And then Rob, my stepbrother, pulls the shirt off and says, "But we just took a picture." He goes, "That's not the point." You go, "Well, you guys have to leave." And then my older brother said, "Fine, I'll take the shirt off." He takes the shirt off, and they got kicked out without me and my friends. We had to find another way to get home. My dad, Papa Conda, had to guess in the church van. Yeah? He's on the phone, man. Oh, I'm doing a YouTube video. I'll call him. Maybe he can call me back in 5 minutes. Okay, I'll tell him to call your phone. Okay, in 5 minutes. Yeah, and here's another epic one. Yeah, so I decided it would be funny. Oh my god, what the fuck? Jamie Christ of Latter-day Saints! Where's my charger? Right there. Dumbass. Yeah, I'm a dumbass living in an all-female group home. Yeah, and it was pretty epic until they got escorted out of the mall because they were wearing a shirt with a security guard on it. Oh, another thing my older brothers did that was pretty epic was they went dressed up as a dad and a giant baby and went all the way to IHOP to get a free kid meal. My stepbrother was like, "Can we get a free kid meal for the baby?" And they bought the whole thing and got more chicken tenders and goes, "Do you want some chicken tendies?" and fed him applesauce. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Another thing was when I'm sure you'll remember my story about the tampon incident. When the geezer next door at my stepbrother's barber shop that he owns was like, "Young lady, you seem like that queen of feminine hygiene." I went, "Oh, by the way, my friends want me to start vaping. Tell me in the comments if that's a good idea." Oh, and tell me something else. How many ways in the world is there to be rude? There's a million ways to be rude. I learned that when I was 15. Which I still act like, and I'm 30. Oh, and guess what else? My this is socks. My monkey doll. Go for their socks. Anyways, I just thought you also realized you're really stupid. I did the dumbest thing in my life. I thought it would be epic if I decided that when I decided it would be funny to tomcat my grandmother. For those of you who don't know what it means to tomcat somebody, tomcatting somebody is when you whack someone over the head like you're beating and try to just squash them like you're in a Tomcat and Tom and Jerry cartoon. I thought it was pretty epic. It was all fun and games until I did it, and my dad, Papa Conda, had to pick me up. He's a chaplain. He's the lead chaplain of a non-denominational church. So he worships all the religions. He had to pray to Allah, to Buddha, to what's his name? Joseph Smith. He had to pray to God. He had to pray to the saints. He had to pray to the witches. Everyone. He had to pray to everyone in the world about what I'm doing, about my craziness, to keep himself calm and not end up at Hailmont in the loony bin. Oh, guess what else? I'm sure you all remember the time that I decided it would be hilarious to yell at my stepbrother, Roberto, gate puto, meaning Robert, shut up, bitch. I said that to him. And I got so much yogurt, he was chasing me like, oh yeah, you little bitch, you want to say it one more time? Say it one more time, I'm going to slap the dog shit out of you and put your ass to sleep. And my best friend used the Superman strength to put Rob's fatty double dollar sign in the van. I'm like, God, oh, and I'm afraid of turkeys. Every time I see one, I'm going to scream. Like, if I see one, I'll go, ah, turkey! Yeah, that's me. I'm aerophobic. I cannot be around large birds. That's the case all around. Like, I cannot be around any kind of turkeys, any kind of roosters, any kind of chickens. I can't be around them. I will freak. Oh, and you want to know what else happened? My best friend and I were fooling around once, and he tried to eat a snail. I made the deathly mistake of not telling T what escargot is. He tried to eat it. So much yogurt. So little time. I got deep yogurt. Oh, and then came that time that I called McDonald's. I told my stepfather about my older brother's like, are you gonna go call Ronald? I'm like, and he said, well, here, let me fix your hair, make you look all pretty for him. Then Alexander goes, Ronald? Who's Ronald? Is that her boyfriend or is that a friend of yours? I'm like, he's a clown! And my older brother goes, yeah, she calls him every weekend. And I'm like, he goes, have fun, good luck with that. Yep, that was my video for the night. Stay tuned. I might come up with more sometime soon. Bye. Signing off.